Bowls Australia acknowledges the traditional owners and custodians of the land in which this stream is produced. We pay our respects to all First Nations people and acknowledge elders past and present.
Final session of Day 7 here of the 2025 Australian Open. Very excited for this contest because we have got a Queensland versus New South Wales fours team. It is Denise Parkinson, Lorraine Blaine, I love the rhythm there, the rhyming, that's going to be good to say, Marlene Hannett and Joan Worsley against Julie Scott, Christine McGarity, Sherilee Stewart and Zoe Stewart. Sherilee and Zoe, mother-daughter combination, which is absolutely fantastic. Val Furbo, my name, and alongside me, the one and only Troy Corber. Troy, welcome.
Thank you, Val. And we sneak into this familiar situation with this rink in the afternoon that we're going to be facing a bit of shade. And it'll take the girls a little while to adjust. Looking forward to a good one here.
Great to have your company wherever you're watching from around the world. Rinkside Live. Final session of Day 7. Sadly, Troy Corber's final session with us. Going to miss you very much, Troy.
Well, thank you, Val. It's been really enjoyable and good fun. Hopefully provided some level of insight and colour to proceedings.
No, you have. You've been absolutely top-notch, my friend. Top-notch. The toppest of the top. If Rinkside Live was a milking zone, you would have been right in it.
As long as you're in the milking zone, that's the important thing.
Yeah, you don't want to be outside the bucket.
So it'll take us a little while, viewers as well, just to get used to who's who in the zoo with the bowls.
Yep. So there's a few white bowls out there.
Denise there with the mint and black number, quite striking. Julie leading with the white bowls.
And there's been some names that we must get correct.
Correct.
Do not call Joan Worsley Joan. Call her Joe. Otherwise we get in trouble. And then Christine McGarity, just known as Chrissy.
Nice sit through there for Lorraine. Got through the opposition bowl nicely. Needed to because it was flying, but good result. My eyes don't deceive me. That was a lefty delivery from Chrissy. Always good to see. Now, does not want the jack. Drifts outside, thankfully. Eyes didn't deceive me. Chrissy is left-handed. Almost a little bit of Ian Taylor in that delivery. A little bit of a swirl of the arm as the arm goes back. Not quite as pronounced as tails.
So let's go through, Troy, some of the men's fours action, because trying to get an update on who has won and who is through after round 2. So round 3 we'll see, in round 2, Ali Forsyth still going. Defeated Tyson Cromie. That was 18 shots to 13. Then we go down a little bit further. The defending champions still in, 16 to 9. That was over the team skipped by Lucy, so Carl Healy is through. The New Zealand team still going. Defeated young Victorian Charlie Boswood, Tom Tyrell, Mark Noble, I think it's Mark, Sheldon Baggery Howley, and Aidan Takarua. Then Isatzel Kepler and Mohammed Sofi Worsley still going. The Malaysian foursome still going. So Malaysia versus New Zealand for a spot in the quarterfinals. Clinton Bailey, Scott De Jong, Jared Davies, Peter Hobday still going. Ben Fletcher and Jacob Brighton still going as well for Victoria. They'll take on Mike Carroll, Kevin Anderson, Ryan Burnett, Ryan Bester for a spot in the quarters. For a spot in the 4th round. Callum Alberti, Blake Butler, Jack East still going. So we continue to go down. Grant Felberg out. Blake Nance still going as well with Kobe Barton in that team as well. Bit of a composite team.
Go the Dolphins.
Continuing to go. Josh Walker-Davis still in as well. Cody Marshall from Tasmania still in. So lots of players still in. I'll go and have a quick look at the bottom of the draw. Damien Delgado, Ben Hubbard, Tyson Wilson and Cody Packer still going strong. Nick Carl, Cohen Litvin, Matt Lucas, Nathan Black out.
That's another big name. That's 4 huge teams that have been knocked off today.
So the bottom half of the draw, if we look at this, very open and extremely open. And you'd be backing now the team of Armstrong, Hanson, Rosannes and Hewson to go long. Michael Hollywood Sorensen, he's through, defeated Lucas Protopappas, 18-16. This men's 4s draw, right there for the taking. Results.bowlsync.com.au for any more.
What can Zoe do here with a last? Just going to hang there. Well, that mint bowl belonging to Marlene is now shot. So
Kicked
at least
out.
one.
It's not the start you want as a skip.
Two.
So 2 to the Queensland combination to start proceedings. 2-0 after 1. So final session. Have a look at this section and how it's all playing out. Section 10. Ladder at the moment says Shirley Stewart and Zoe Stewart, Julie Scott, Christine McGarity have to win this match. They are 1-1. Well, both of them are 1-1. But Zoe Stewart's squad, plus 15 from their 2 matches, just going down to the team of Claridge, Rundle, Winley and Campbell. So if they win, you would probably back them in to get through as next best, because plus 15 and then a win on top of that, I think will go a long way to determining that. You'd back that anyway. We were talking in the last match saying that if you're 2-1 and plus 20, you're generally doing okay. So both teams needing to win. I was about to say what would be frustrating is getting one win and then still being in a very hefty positive, in a hefty shot difference. And that's unfortunately what happened to you yesterday.
Yeah, thank you for rubbing that in, Val. Appreciate that. You're really honing in on that today.
Well, because it's so impressive to have such a shot difference. I was heartbroken for you yesterday. I may or may not have sworn at the computer when I saw the result.
So that's a good bowl for Julie. She's been a little bit rough with her first 3 bowls, but she nails that one. Lorraine trying to respond here. The ladies just starting to bring the radar in already, which is a good sign at end 2. Head's starting to build a little better. Lorraine only needs to drop a foot. She's close. Well, yeah. Still one for the Stewart team, but that's a pair of great bowls just behind the jack from Lorraine. A pretty good spot from Chrissy. It's a pretty nice head for both teams to play to at the moment. Nice and open, some good options for both teams. See who can jump on and take advantage of it first. Well, Chrissy puts her hand up and says, I will, thanks. Thank you very much. That is shot. Just under a foot from the jack. Oh, another great position bowl. The wing bowl of the Stewart team was starting to look a little vulnerable to a score, but that has put paid to that by Cheryl Lee coming in, sitting right behind the line. It's third shot. Boy, Chrissy's close again here. She's done it. Terrific set of bowls there from Chrissy McGarrity. You can just about throw a mat over the closest 6 bowls in this head. It's a good head of bowls. A little bit of feedback there. We'll fix that for you. So Shirley close, but no cigar there. Jo, can she get to that wing bowl? Well, she does. Doesn't quite get it full enough to stay in the head. was too frightened to ask Shirley and Zoe who was the best bowler in the family. I didn't want to start a war before the game started.
No, you got to do that.
Zoe skipping, so she mustn't mind bossing mum around. Now needs to be careful here.
Oh, surely it has lightning struck twice.
She's taken one out. The front blue's going to be second shot, so only one. Let's hope that doesn't come back to haunt them later in the game.
Well, twice in a row that a mint bowl or aqua bowl has been pumped up. 3-0. It's the score in favour of the Worsley combination. $15 ends, 2 hours, 15 minutes. Final session of women's fours for the day. Of course, Troy he won't be lost to us at the AO because he'll be at Club Musgrave on Sunday for the mixed pairs. And of course, there will be after the tournament, it's going to be a stall that you can all go to have photos with Rinkside's very own Troy Corber.
Well, the line won't be very long. Won't take long to get through them. Bernie might come.
I'm sure. I'll be there. I'll make sure. I've got a day off, so I'll come and chat to you.
Oh, Julie, what a bowl. That is magnificent.
The sun might just be wreaking a little bit of havoc on our cameras, so Locke's just going to go have a look. Great to have Lachlan Williams back. Pioneered so much of this Rinkside live coverage that you see today, so great to have him back for a few days while we just rotate through a couple of days off.
Well, that's exactly where the jack's going, so that bowl's not wasted.
So this New South Wales team dressed in New South Wales blue, which is generally a little bit brighter, but that's as bright as they come here at the AO.
That's actually really good bowling by Julie because the last thing you want to do is put two side by side. She's left a nice hole there for the opposition, inviting them in. Well, unfortunately, Lorraine has made it a bit trickier. She's closed the gap off, but she's really pushed that bowl across the head. Very small target there.
Well, yeah, definitely not as inviting as it was.
Chrissy off the back of two absolute howlers on the last end. It's another one in a good position.
It's weird that we're seeing them, that they've bowled so well, but it's weird that we're seeing them 3-0 down.
Chrissy's been very good early.
And this one from Lorraine Blaine.
At least gets the third shot back and something close to the head, so that's some level of relief for the side.
I really hope Lorraine's middle name is Jane. I doubt it, but it's nice to think about.
I wonder if she lives in Balmain.
It would really be, that would be the ultimate.
Marlene, can she hold up around this front one? I don't think she is. Zoe asking for something out on the other hand. So she's hoping for it to not stay too close to the head. Gets back to the line. It's terrific. Does and flops. Could well have done enough there.
That's underneath.
All of a sudden, the Worsley team who have jumped out to a 3-0 lead are under pressure at this head. Good feel that this is 3 down at the moment.
Should be the perfect way to sort of get back into it as well. Just to get a multiple.
She stays up underneath. Wow. That's great bowling. And it's rocked it and pushed it back as well. Could well be in the count. So again, we said last end you could throw a mat over the first best 6 bowls, and we're just about there again. We've seen a very high quality start to this match. Augurs well for a great contest.
I've got the Toowoomba Bowl Shop. They've commented saying Lorraine's nickname is Rainy Blaney. So there you go. It's all about the rhyming. And Zoe Stewart, if she bowls anything like Chloe Stewart, might be in for a big end. And those 2 white bowls still holding sway.
She's at least cut it down.
Jo Worsley will have a lot to do with her last. What can Zoe Stewart do with her first, though?
She's gesticulating with her arms. I don't think she's happy with it.
Sort of finding the rhythm. And this direction, they'll slow down a little bit quicker than bowling in the southern direction because of where the shadows are on the rink. You can see there, it's in the sunlight, and then all of a sudden, gone.
She's giving this another chance.
It's under, but it's probably going to rocket off something.
Still 2.
So chance now, Zoe Stewart to put in a third.
Just wondering if that bowl's worth anything. Still getting my head around all the colours. I have a feeling that wing bowl was actually worth a
better
few shots. But
track, is it working its way? Sorry to interrupt, Troy.
No, that's okay.
Oh, it was in the count. So that's 3. Score's tied.
That's why she wasn't going for it, because it was her bowl. My apologies, people. I'll get another coffee on board. It's a bit hard to see the colours on the telly occasionally. Still getting comfortable with who's who.
Is it 3 or is it any more? It's pretty close. It is a 4. Well, isn't that a good start? That's a way to get on the board.
And take the lead.
For the first time. 4-3 after 3. John Seitman watching on. Afternoon, guys. Tuning in from beside the closest power outlet to my mum's rink at Paradise Point. Beautiful day for bowls on the Gold Coast. Right under you, Johnny. You're an absolute superstar of a human being.
I reckon he's just about the AO's biggest supporter.
Yep.
John absolutely loves it. Very positive online.
John Seitman is a living legend.
One of the thousands that come over and join us on the sunny Gold Coast for a magnificent festival of bowls.
They come from a long way away. John and Anne-Marie from Nova Scotia.
Yeah, that is cold. I bet they still had shorts and a singlet on these last few mornings.
John has.
Because Nova Scotia, that is cold. Very attractive mitten black bowls at Denise Parkinson. Getting more attractive as it gets to the jack. Into a nice spot there.
They are nice.
I toyed between that and green and gold for mine. Went with the green and gold in the end, but
fair enough.
Fan of the mitten black.
That is going to get you into the Jackaroo squad.
Yeah, well, I got the bowls. That's the first thing. It's just the bloke throwing them that's the issue.
Here he goes okay. I hear it was the other 3 people that let him down.
Boys, if you're watching, I did not say that.
No, it was just me. I'm going to get you into trouble, Troy.
You will. So a good grouping here again to start this end. Bowls are around 2 feet behind the jack.
Two 2 hours and 15 minutes is what we're playing to. Settle in. I think we're in for a good game. Already moving fairly quickly as well.
A reminder too, for those that might not be aware, jacks are respotted, so there will be no dead ends. Well, there's a good one from Rainey Blaney. As we've learnt, she's affectionately known as. Chrissy started this game like a house on fire. The lefty struggled with the first, but the correction's looking okay. Just needs to push, and that will be shot. It's between that bowl and the bowl at about 4 o'clock. Lorraine's first bowl, but so mum, Shirley, trying to get the job done for daughter Zoe. Tell you what, she's made a good fist of this. Will it stop in time? Just rolls on. Joe's ordering this to work home. Well, if it was a measure before, it's not now. It's definitely one to the teal bowl of Chrissy McGarity. So advantage Team Stewart at the moment.
Just back on that Rainey Blaney nickname. Don't tell Lorraine her husband told you. So that is Toowoomba Bowl Shop. So shh.
It'll be our little secret, everyone.
And everybody that's watching as well. So you may get in trouble when Lorraine gets home.
Scamper off quickly when the game finishes.
Tell you what, this is not far away. How did that sneak through everything?
Again, a pretty good grouping of bowls. It's almost like they've been kicked back after the end of an end.
Yeah. Nah, this is saving the best to last.
Certainly a good quality match thus far. Whoever's been in charge of the playlist at Broadbeach today, they've really thought about it. We started with some chilled out country this morning.
Yep.
And now we're starting to get to some bangers.
Yep. George Harrison, got my mind set on you. Now he's Zoe Stewart set on the jack. And again, finding that little vortex of a gap. I'm not sure how that's happened twice in a row, but alas, there we are.
Casper the Friendly Ghost has entered the arena because Chrissy's bowl has just randomly fallen over. And I think she's still holding, but it has fallen away from the jack.
Or is Casper unfriendly or friendly?
Well, it depends which team you're on.
Yeah. And if he was the unfriendly ghost, it might look a little more like Chucky, which I know you're a fan of.
Oh,
how's this one looking?
Wow, that's a brilliant bowl.
So he gets one. I think she looks back. And
we're seeing 5 fingers there. We're seeing 5 fingers from Joe Worsley's team.
Well done there from Joe Worsley. She definitely cut it down. There's 3 there, so from 5 to 3. And 7 from the last 2 ends. So they score at a rate of knots, that's for sure.
So now, Stewart, combination, after being 3-0 down. Now find themselves taking command of this game, thanks to a brilliant bowl from Zoe with her last. Sometimes when you're skipping, it's not about how many good ones you bowl, it's about when you bowl them and what you do with them. That was a fantastic conversion. Good effort from Joe to try and correct it, but damage had been done by Zoe.
Yep. And alas, it was 3 up in the air.
So the ever-reliable Chrissy McGarity had a great start to the game. Just floating by here, but still, don't mind them behind.
I feel like today it's actually gotten warmer. Looking at the conditions, haven't gotten overly cold in this afternoon session.
It's definitely been the warmest afternoon we've had.
Yep.
Still no wind whatsoever.
How's this one tracking? Just going to drop short. What's your skipping technique like? Troy, are you putting your foot down? How are you? What's your communication style?
Oh, no, I'm a pretty easygoing guy to bowl with. My philosophy's always been that no one goes out to try and play a bad bowl or have a bad game, so what's the point of ripping into people?
What if they deserve it?
Yeah, I might pull the guys together and say, hey, we just need to knuckle down here, or these next few ends are important.
Yeah.
Someone's had a bad day, but we're still in the game late. I'll say, you know, what's gone is gone. you can make a difference and help us win this game from here. So it's all about trying to get people up.
Yeah. Yeah, as the skip, you kind of take that captain's role, don't you?
And everyone responds differently. Some players like to be given a bit of a rev up if they're not playing well.
Yeah.
They need that. Others go to water if you take that approach with them. So you need to know your players.
And if you're looking at, is your third just as important in that sense, sort of like a vice captain, because you're not often up there with the other three. So, you know, the third, when he's got the first and second there, are you relying on them to try and keep morale up as well?
Absolutely. They should be the one to perhaps give you some feedback or just to let you know what might be happening at the other end, if people are getting the wanders a little bit or a bit negative, whatever it might be. But really, apart from the fact that the third is obviously involved in the head, the modern team, particularly at the top levels, the lead, second and third are all equals in terms of their contribution to the culture of the team and what's happening within the team. Everyone's just as important as the other. So Shirley really concentrating hard on that one. She gets the jack.
Well,
Now, I think that's going to be Denise Parkinson with the shot, with her mint and black bowl. Opposition bowl of Lorraine Blaine in a nice spot at the back of the rink. Something for Marlene to play to. And I tell you what, she's played to it pretty well here. Does it stick around or get squirted? It squirts. However, I think it's tight, but maybe Marlene's still with the shot. What are we favouring here, Val? Maybe that mint bowl of Marlene's?
I think so. It's hard to get a gauge from here. There are some, and again, you can chuck a mat over them. It's probably about the fourth end in a row. We could have said that. Evie Exton watching on. Great to have her company. Evie's a very, very good bowler from South Australia.
Zoe's in the milking zone. Oh, hasn't quite got the right roll of the bowl there.
No.
Joe's wide of the head here. So given that type of shot she's playing, we're presuming they're holding. So all three bowls to the right of the head are against Zoe. Gee, she's close to this. Does she get good contact? Oh, dear. So we might see a number back the other way here.
Could be, what's it looking like?
It's just hard to tell where the white bowl.
No stickers on the bowls either, which doesn't really help. Last game was a little bit easier. Three it is to the Worsley combination. So really high scoring affair so far. 7-6 after 5. Both teams at more than 1 and over. Enjoyable clash so far. course, this time of the year, the end of financial year sales among us. And look at this. Rookie rollers, $425.25. You can get that glorious pack there. You've got the foam bowls, the foam jacks, the cones, the mats that you can bowl on, the hurdles just to practice your target aiming. And of course, the scoring mat, the ramp. And if you get it all, you know, it's so much fun. Those foam bowls come with a bias in them as well.
Terrific for the little ones in primary school to get them used to the concept of bowls. They don't realise they're even learning bowls. They're just out having fun.
I think all kids or all schools should have some.
It would be a great thing for them to have when it's, you know, a rainy day.
Yep.
And they're not allowed out at lunch and recess. Set up a rookie rollers in the gym.
I remember when we were at school camp, and the carpet bowls were the thing that everybody wanted. It was the first thing when we had free time that everyone went to. You know, that was the experience of bowl, or the introduction to bowls. So many people have. Carpet bowls, great fun as well. John Siteman saying that our clubs have loved using them to teach bowls up at home in Nova Scotia. Of course, when it'd be winter, it'd be fairly cold.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to be outside on a green, that's for sure.
Unless you're a sick individual. No way I'd be out there in negative 5 degrees inside in front of a heater. How's this one pointed? Julie Scott. I think she's drawn second as well, but dare say no one's holding to take a line out of your book, Troy.
I mean, those bowls are only 2 feet from the jack. So when you're saying, oh, it's a bit of a rougher end than what they've been playing, that's how well they've been playing to this point.
Really love the communication from Zoe Stewart. It's weird saying Zoe Stewart, so similar to Chloe.
Yes.
How's this one looking? Don't think it's going to have the weight.
Even Chrissy's gone a bit off the boil.
Still closer than anything I'd put down there. Reckon I'd be in the ditch.
So the shadow is creeping further and further down the rink. Within half an hour or so, this entire rink will be in shade.
John Simon saying, you should bowl with us at the start of the season, Val. One year we had rain, snow, hail and negative temps and plus 15 all in the same game. Or negative 15, was it? Or positive 15?
Must be negative.
Wow.
That's commitment.
That is commitment.
You'd want some pocket warmers.
And John saying that we are saying most of our winter bowls are on short mat carpets, as we don't have full indoor in his area. So it's good. At least there's different formats of bowls that you can play. It's not just all outdoor. You can play the full indoor, the short mat. There's so many different formats. Short mat is a really good one to teach weight control and to teach that feel and touch, because if you drive, that thing's going into another room. Hans van Eden watching from South Africa. Great to have your company. If you've just joined us, Team Worsley led 3-0, and then it went to 7-3 after 4 in favour of Zoe Stewart. 3 has come in the fifth end in favour of Joe Worsley to have a 7-6 margin at the end of the fifth end. Oh no, that was positive 15. So in one game from John Simon, they had rain, snow, hail, negative temps, and positive and 15 degrees Celsius, all in the same game.
And somewhere amongst all of that, you're trying to concentrate and get your bowls close to the jack.
Yep. Talk about adaptability and changing conditions. Canadian Open would be, if anybody won that, it'd be survival of the fittest.
Zoe had the full teapot going on that one. She was tip me over, pour me out, trying to get it to bend over, but it didn't.
Haven't heard that one in a while. The I'm a Little Teapot.
All the classics.
Yep. So 2 skips coming down. What has Zoe Stewart got?
It's close.
Needed a little rub. Great effort. Joe Worsley. Her weight looks okay.
Needs it to slow down now. Oh, gets a nice little rub. Yep, that'll do the trick, I reckon.
How many fingers were up then?
I think it was just the 2. So Zoe doesn't really need to change too much for her first. She just went through the hole. Now she's in the milking zone again. Oh, dear.
Oh, wow. Great effort. Looks as though we might get another lead change, though.
She done enough to just sneak second shot, though, with that. Potentially.
Might have came in with enough force.
This is where you need my chocks there on that purple bowl.
Which you still haven't bought. So it's at least tied after 6. One it is. So you're right, Troy. Enough weight to get in there for second. So scores are level. 7 apiece.
Definitely see now the finish on the bowls is definitely reducing with the shaded end. It's dropped at least half a second, if not a touch more, back in this direction. The other end will catch up with it eventually. But just at this time of the day, it just makes it a little bit tricky.
I think it's a roll. Just not going to get there. So at the moment it's Denise Parkinson holding sway after 1.
Nice encouragement from the skip here. You stay there. You've got it. Good positive talk. Didn't come out the best from Julie's hands. Released it a little late. See how that affects her weight. Not much. It's affected her line though. Still, that's in the head. Second shot.
Really intriguing start to this game. 7-all in the 7th end. That is a very nice one. Lorraine Blaine. Let's say if she could get underneath the front there, Chrissy, that would have been a very good result.
At least she's, at the very least, she's opened it up now. That bowl's not in the way out the front. So can Lorraine double up here?
Getting out on a pretty wide line.
I don't think we've seen Chrissy fail with both bowls yet. I'm expecting this will be in the area. Oh, just the wrong side of it. Great effort.
Yeah, as soon as it was going down, Zoe actually said, good area.
That's another bowl of Denise Parkinson's that's come up here. So all of a sudden they're holding 3. We've got another great wall of China here. There's a wall of bowls around Jack High.
Yeah, they're not interested in scoring ones. It's all running at a rapid rate of knots.
Unfortunately, that's not going to help Zoe. So there's nothing for tight here, or there's all the bowls out on the left-hand side that are great for them to use, but unfortunately slipping underneath. That will be guaranteed 4th shot.
Well, this is really going in swings and roundabouts. Momentum changes aplenty. How's
Joe wants to be careful. No. That's 2 they've had on that hand tight. There's nothing for tight for them there. Adding to that head is being wide. You've got lots of bowls to slide off.
What's Zoe doing on her backhand? Sort of very good arc. It's a very good arc. It's a very good arc. And I reckon it might be numero 1.
4-shot turnaround there. Great bowl. So I don't think Joe's going to be short of this. She knows she's got bowls in the head, and if she can pluck it out,
It's
make a
darting
number.
away. Asking her mum if they're holding. They are. How's her line? Oh, it's going to dip under. So, another one. Brilliant save. They were 4 down. So Stewart saves it. It's 8-7. That's the replay of it. Absolute beauty.
Well, the quality of this match continues. It's been a ripping start.
One shot the difference. Will the first to 10 law be bucks here? Only happened twice on Rinkside Live, where a team or player has gotten to 10 first and lost of this AO.
Denise ambling up to this jack. Wants it to stop, and it's a good one. Jack high. Slightly behind Jack high. Another great rock here. Improves the position. Gets one behind. Touch of paint to go with it. Great areas there from Chrissy. Sneaks through to the back, however. Still 2 for the Joe Worsley combination at the moment. Another one in there. So Lorraine Blaine has started to hone the radar in too. Met a friend of Lorraine's at the back of the rink. She's got a few friends here, and she's saying that Lorraine did a safari down in Zimbabwe and a few other different places.
Lorraine Blaine on the African plain.
Oh, the friend was telling her husband about it, and she said, I see Lorraine's down in Africa. You're welcome. I'm here all day.
Did you? So, was she actually on a safari? Or?
No, that was just all set up for my
you had
impeccable joke.
Set up completely.
Good effort there by Shirley.
could have also played. I think there's another one on here with crickets, but I can't remember exactly which one it is. Do we risk it?
It's your call. You're in charge.
That could also work, the laugh track. Oh, there's that one. Right, that's enough playing with the buttons.
I'll let the viewers decide whether they thought that was good or not. Anyway,
think
I worked hard on that.
You think after 4 years I'd know what all those buttons did.
Well, they're two great rocks from Shirley.
Oh, the crowd noise will definitely come out for that. That's brilliant bowling. Shirley Stewart. Zoe Stewart. Enjoying a really interesting match. These skips heading down in varying circumstances at times. Been able to save a lot and play some really good bowls. That one is going around the back.
Zoe played that with really nice weight. Just a little high. Say based on that weight, Joe is down. Is it one or two?
You tend to say that, don't you? I think this is, I reckon this is, it's close.
Zoe's got a tighter line. Is it too tight?
Oh, wow, that's close.
Again, impeccable weight.
She's enjoying a very nice afternoon, playing some good bowls, unlucky in the first two ends. Oh, no. Well, if it wasn't two before, it's two now. Lead extends just that little bit more, and they're on double figures as we hit the halfway point. 10-7 is the score. If Dave Rankin's watching, good afternoon to you. Perth Pennants. The old Tin 7. You ever watch that show?
Police 10-7?
Yeah.
I have seen a few episodes, yeah.
It's quite good. What is quite good is the scoreline for this team, Stewart. Plus 15 after one match. After two matches. They're 1-1. They win this by around about 3 or 4. You'd back them to be pretty close to getting through as the next best qualifier.
Yeah, absolutely.
21 next best qualifiers, so it's almost half the field. It's funny, yesterday Ryan Bester got through in the men's fours as the last next best qualifier. It was on percentage, and he's still going in the round of 32. How are these mint and black bowls going, Denise Parkinson?
It's in the head. Not too bad.
Weight's good for the line here, Denise. Going to kick a goal, though, but Joe won't be too phased with that. It's behind.
Chrissy's weight looks pretty good here. Just wrecks in the front, unfortunately. So shot well and truly still up for grabs here. It's there for whoever wants it first. Goes sailing through, uncharacteristically from Chrissy.
Yeah, she's usually been able to be on with one of them.
Well, I think the players now are really battling the changing green conditions. That's constantly changing now, and they're trying to keep up with it. It can be very difficult to maintain your draw rhythm when the green is constantly changing.
Unless your name is Troy Corber.
Flattery will get you everywhere, Val.
Good.
So definitely the roughest head of the game that we've had. That's not to speak disparagingly of the players, it's just that the standard has been so high in this game. It's just unusual to see a loose one like this. So Zoe indicating they're holding one, which will be with that white bowl at 9 o'clock. Belonging to Julie Scott. I think Shirley's just on that whitish line again. Tries to get back to it. Good try.
Question from Rosalie Dixon in the comments. What games are on YouTube tomorrow? Very cold in Christchurch, but enjoying all the coverage. Great to have your company. Stay tuned for Bowls Australia's Facebook page tonight at around 7 o'clock Australian Eastern Standard Time. I think that's 9 o'clock New Zealand. And we'll let you know because it's all knockouts tomorrow, so we'll give you all the permutations.
Whatever games we get, they're going to be crackers.
Sure is. Look, I'm leaning towards it being women's singles. We will let you know.
I think Zoe just indicated she thinks she's now one down to that last bowl from Marlene.
So I don't think we're going to have to worry too much about the time limit. Seeming like we're getting through things pretty quickly. Played at a fairly good pace. Asking her mum, can you put your foot down harder?
Bet she didn't say that to her when she was 15 or 16. She wanted to go out and do something.
When it's bowls, it's different.
Is Joe going to hold around the bowls? Not quite. Zoe's definitely played more bowls out on this backhand side. That's where she feels most confident here to try and draw the shot. Her line's good enough. It's all weight. Fortunately, just a tad heavy. So chance here now for Joe. With her team well and truly still in it, but just starting to be a little behind Team Stewart. This would be a handy pick up if they could get two. She sits that bowl. Oh. Marlene was riding it with me. We couldn't get it to sit.
So what is the adjudication going to be here?
Well, I thought Zoe gave a sneaky little one down on the crossover, but
hard to get a gauge on. Steady hands required. 1 to the Stewart combination.
Interesting.
So 11-7. 4 shots ahead. 6 ends to play. Be interesting to see if we get this. We've got a complete 5 ends, so I think we'll be well and truly within the time frame. No problems at all. Of course, both fours finals, I believe, will be played on Friday, barring clashes. Or, sorry, Thursday, barring clashes. Last year was a very long day. Had to wait for Jack and Joey to finish their men's pairs game. And it was an epic fours final as well. Only 2 multiples scored across it.
Denise, she's been roundabout all day. She's doing a good job for a team. Julie does enough to respect the shot. David Roden says that's a goal.
And then does the worm.
Chrissy McGarity. does enough, I think. They own the front of the head now. Team Stewart. How's Lorraine looking? Well, there you go. Good shot, Lorraine. Well, she's corrected on her last and still hasn't managed to get shot. It's a great effort from Chrissy. Still shot to Team Worsley. Well, Lorraine's even just made that a little bit better. Team Stewart thinking, I can't stand Lorraine.
I don't know whether I'm crazy or I don't know what's going on, but it's late in the afternoon.
Worst thing is I've still got another 2 or 3 rain pun songs in my head, so look out.
What's the Kerry O'Keefe joke?
Oh, that's about the frog in the bank.
No, there's had to take a urine test, and Nurse Lorraine was in the room, but he got shy, so he asked Nurse Lorraine to leave, and he could breathe freely now. Lorraine has gone.
Yes, classic Kerry, that one.
And then cue his laughter after that.
Now that would be good to have on the tracks. Kerry's laugh.
Dr. Evil.
Shirley's having a bit of a run here.
So it's going to crash, but good effort.
Just a bowl tight.
So much happening at the Broadbeach Bowls Club and all the other 14 clubs, the 15 all up for the AO. It's a big round of applause for the rink next door. Not sure what's happened, but they've played a good shot. And this is the thing. You come up with your club mates. They'll come and support you when you're playing. If they're not playing, they will be here. They'll be watching from the bank.
I don't know what club they're from, but there's about 10 club shirts all there that cheered that bowl.
It's great. How many people from Paradise Point, just to put you on the spot, Troy, that are playing the AO? There's a fair few.
There is a fair few. I think we get a update on our players page each day of who's playing and where and who's doing well. And I think we're at about 25 or so, I think.
Wow, nice.
And a whole range of bowlers, from our top bowlers right through to our club bowlers, all gaining valuable experience. Now, Zoe.
Close.
Needs it to bend.
Crashing into everything. I reckon she's made one there. Yep, she has.
Look at that.
She has. Big clap from Mum.
Got a great result. Yeah, Marlene says, you give it a whack too.
I'm enjoying seeing the weight played. It's something that we haven't seen the last couple of days. Joe snuck through. How did she not connect with anything?
And contact on her front bowls at the front would have been a good result too.
So close. I'm really not sure how that missed.
So each time you think Team Worsley are going to peg 1 or 2 shots back, Zoe Stewart's had the answers. Joe, she was very close with the first attempt, just to bowl tight. This is much closer. Much closer. It needs to get to the inside. Oh, yes. She's done it. Great bowl, Joe Worsley.
So.
And it's only a one vowel, but big difference between 12-7 and 11-8 when there's only 4 ends to go.
Still 5.
5 ends to go. So
yep,
that was an important little bowl, that one.
5-3 is massive. Have a look at this on the replay. Lockie doing an absolutely wonderful job. Bang. Straight through. Bowl gone. 1.
Temperature definitely starting to drop now at Broadbeach.
What's Julie got? She going to keep the heat at Broadbeach. Granny Rug's still not on quite yet for Troy Corber.
Still in the short sleeves, Val.
Yeah.
Haven't even pulled the first layer on yet. Hanging in beautifully at the moment.
Proud of you.
Thank you.
How's this one looking for Denise? It's trying. Good effort.
Julie grab the jack. She can.
That is brilliant, and following it through as well. That'll be 2. These next 5 ends, pivotal for the tournament of Team Stewart. They win it, they'll most likely get through as the next best. Oh,
Needs a bit of luck.
Get it? No.
Get a second shot at least.
Yeah, I think yes.
Where's that? Central Coast, New South Wales, just north of Gosford. Are we getting thrown out again?
So we've learned our big group of supporters here from Arimba Bowls Club near Gosford.
How's this looking? Surely not the gap. Oh, nope, got rid of the bowl, and that's a very good end of bowls. Everyone catching each other out. They have brought the colour, Arimba Bowls Club. Matches your hair too. This the lady from Arimba has got matches Troy's blanket and has matching hair, matching pants, matching nails. That is great. Arimba Magpies, that's what I was saying. They brought the noise. Well, that is noise.
I'd love to be staying in their unit block. That'd be good fun.
Don't think there'd be much sleeping going on. A lot of chatter, I think. How's this looking?
Oh, doesn't want to hit that. Lucky she didn't clock on the outside of that.
What have you got, Cheryl Lee? Don't know if she sent it out. So I think Chrissy McGarity, those dark green bowls, reckon holding one very close for the second here as well, Troy. With that white bowl of Julie Scott.
Marlene's already turned her back on that one.
Fair enough. Good weight, if that's anything to go by, but it's going to be inconsequential anyways. Still hooping back a fair way, aren't they?
Yeah.
And the temp has just, I just felt it then as well. Surprisingly. Did you catch that? It just sitting here, the breeze just, I reckon it's gone down like 3 degrees.
Joe didn't get that one away super clean. It's trying to hold on. Trying to hold on. Marlene's pleading for it to stop, but it's not going to help her.
Zoe Stewart seems locked in.
Just needs to miss that bowl at the front. Oh, catches an edge of it. Wow. That's going to be 2. Now, this is a better grass. This is a better grass. Here it comes. What a bowl. What a bowl.
Just trying to keep pushing Zoe Stewart to do more.
She was 2 down there.
Yep. Which, again, 13-8. Have a look at this. You called it halfway down the rink, Troy. You knew. If I'm Zoe, trying to play sort of similar bowls, sit it away on her. She's gone with weight. Trying to get rid of the bowl. Maintain 2. I tell you what, she's not far away. Zoe Stewart, little bit of a rub. Oh, wow. But she may have just rocked her own in. I still think 1 down. And again, the difference from being 5 down to now just 2 down. 11-9 is the score in favour of Zoe Stewart and co.
It is game on.
4 ends to play. Had some bizarre force games today, haven't we?
Been all over the shop, haven't they?
Everyone that's been behind for the majority of it has forced a comeback. One of them has lost. One of them has absolutely run away with things to win by 15 after being behind with 5 ends to go. I still don't know how that happened in the last match, but nonetheless, we digress. And here, Zoe Stewart has been in front for 8 ends. It's 4 left.
Surely slightly flattering the greenkeeper with this one. Beautiful weight again.
Still 44 minutes to play too. They are rocketing through this match.
Oh, I could nearly play 20 ends.
Let's not. We're going to get some dinner. We've still got to do the wraps, Troy.
Oh, come on. Bowls is the winner, Val.
It is, but I've got to go through every single match that's been played today. And right, what happened?
Doesn't want to hit this bowl of Denise's. She has. Touch and go as to who's holding shot there. I'm sure we haven't seen shot bowl yet. These are 4 feet away, the two closest.
Just one winner in the men's fours so far. Carl Healy looking to defend the title. Ray Pearce, Peter Taylor, Gary Kelly and Carl. 21-3. They're into the round of 16.
Just fill in then. Big win that stage of the competition, 21-3.
Yep, huge.
Big statement to the rest of the field.
It's the only match that's finished off, and they could be in for a clash with Wayne Turley, Sean Ingham, Aaron Wilson, and Ali Forsyth.
There's a cracker of a game.
Be very good. Aaron Wilson is your third, is pretty luxurious.
Be handy. I think we'd find a 3 spot for him at Paradise Point. Just squeeze him in. Ooh. So, not ideal. Shot now guaranteed for Team Worsley. Could potentially be 2 with the Lorraine's bowl at 6 o'clock.
I think I'd back you in there for 2, Troy.
Oh, doesn't want to knock it out.
It's okay.
Nope. We're good.
Little rock on it, but it's all right. So if it stays this way, be around about even, or will be even, with 3 ends to go. Joe Whitehead, very kind to me in the comments. Thank you, Joe. One of the family members here of Rinkside Live, and Joe played or came up to BPL 20 or down from Cairns to watch. Big Maddie Flapper fan from Ocean Grove. She might be my number 1 fan. Very kind to me, especially when I don't always deserve it.
Well, Shirley didn't have to be asked twice. So he said, well, I suppose you can go on this other hand. And Shirley, quick as a flash, said, yep, absolutely, I'm on it. Trying to play a little bit of weight through the head. Now, can she get off her own? No, no. That is not ideal. Zoe exasperated. They've hit 2 bowls into the head. Now Zoe's just said to Mum, what was that? What was that? With a smile on her face, though, I might add. That was great.
It's the only time I reckon she could get away with talking to her mother like that. Always got to respect the parents and... Very funny.
Now, Joe has added a third, I think. It's very close to a third. Oh, and Zoe's having a bit of a dip at this. Is it going to get under the front?
Oh, it's not, but it is going to pull the jack back.
Oh,
Where's
what's
it gone
going to happen
to?
here?
Well, it's not 3 anymore.
They'll take it because they're only 1 down now.
That is very frustrating if you are Joe Worsley.
She gets round the front, she's close. Can't. Bit hard for Zoe to play weight again at this now. There's no real path in to be able to do that. So she's going to have to draw it cold. Nice, easy, smooth delivery of Zoe Stewart. Gets her own, but not enough. So that'll be 1 more now to the Worsley combination.
So they just keep coming back. But the problem is, and we've alluded to this a lot today, if you work back up in singles, you drop a multiple. That's all she wrote. So the good thing is, yes, they've lost the last 3 ends, the good thing for Team Stewart is, yes, they've lost the last 3 ends, but just singles. And they've been in the heads a lot of the time. So, you know, it took 2 absolute bombs from the Worsley team to win end 10 and 11. 3 ends to play, 1 shot the difference. It's closing in on a grandstand finish.
This is where you can really make your mark on the game as a lead. When the game's there to be won, to start nailing the jack, putting the pressure on. Joe's urging it on, but it won't be enough to get it there. Quite a late release of the bowl from Julie when she bowls. Ideally, when you're bowling, you're looking to release the bowl just in front of your foot. Julie lets it go a bit later than that. Okay. Gets contact, and it's sweet contact right in behind the jack. Could not have got a better result than that. What's Lorraine got here? That tailed hard. Now, Lorraine with her last bowl and Marlene have got a big job to do here for Jo. They need to give her some bowls in the head, even if it's not the shot. They just need to build this head up a bit, provide a bit of security and provide Jo with a really good head to play to, because Jo's shown she's capable. It's coming back. Now that's a good bowl. Opens it up. She's been very reliable today. She's done it again, Chrissy McGarity.
This is going to be a brilliant finish, we think. It's been close the whole game. All the heads have been very tight. As you said, you could throw a mat over a lot of the bowls. How's this looking? This is going to... Oh, this could be very good.
Well, it's a lot better than what it was.
Yeah.
I think they were 2 down, and now they've got some nice bowls to play to for Jo. In fact, Marlene's still got one to come herself, so. The danger bowls for Team Stewart are those 2 behind the head. The mint and black bowl and teal bowl belonging to Team Worsley. Now can Shirley even get in the way here and make it harder? Well, she does a little bit. Should still be around that last bowl. Still enough arc out there to get back and get that jack through the hole. Be holding 3 or 4. Negotiated the first part. Oh, what a bowl.
That is stupendous.
That was an absolute howler. I was concerned with the weight, whether it was going to get back in time, and it went, and look at this on replay.
How good. It just came back beautifully, used the bowl, jack onto it, and it followed straight through. Sensational. What is this one doing? From Cherylee.
Gets an edge.
Might get the edge. Oh, wow, she's in for second. Not bad. One at the changeover.
She gets a touch more of that bowl. She's got shot. Yep. That was very close. Good effort.
Wonderful effort. So, pressure on Zoe Stewart again. 3 ends to play. They lead by 1. Down by 1 on this end. And as it lies, with 2 ends to go, could be even. These 2 teams are both on 1 and 1, but Team Stewart is plus 15 already.
Well, this is the classic skips contest of get it before your opponent does.
Yep.
Both players really playing the same shot to just arrive to the head and tuck the jack. If Jo can do it first, she'll hold 2, and it will be a very difficult head for Zoe Stewart to play to.
This is tight. Now, how far up is that bowl going? It's okay.
Well, makes it probably slightly better. Creates a little gap. Not sure it's around those bowls. It's tight to sit the bowl or the jack.
Zoe Stewart. Zoe Stewart as a...
We got birds attacking the cameras. Is that what that was?
I've never seen that before. And the camera really focused in on that bird too. We've had humans do it and we've had birds do it today.
We've had dog streakers. We've had everything.
There is a first time for everything. I've not seen that before. I've seen them land on the cameras when we're not setting up or when we're setting up. Or the phones, but never right in front of the camera. That is hilarious. And Zoe Stewart's, well, I think we're going to have an even game. 4 ends in a row, 4 singles, and it's Make-A-Wish, 11-11.
Another one each, and they'll be level, Val.
And here's the replay. So that bowl was coming in. Watching it intently, that bird said, no, 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 you don't.
That's so cool. I love that. They didn't even buy a VIP ticket for that seat.
I know. I've never even sat right there. Tony Hutchings in the comments, a bird's eye view. Yep.
Oh, I love it, Tony.
That's exactly what it was.
That's the sort of pun that'll earn you a spot in the commentary team, my friend. Good start by Denise. 18 inches short of the jack.
That bird has actually come and visited us with a big magpie.
So the recovery from Team Worsley is in huge debt to Denise Parkinson, because her leading has improved the further and further this game has gone on. And whilst Julie still played well, Denise has just had the honours over the last 3/4 of an hour or so, and that's reflected on the scoreboard for her team. What can Julie do here? Gets a very slight touch.
So we've got a 2-end shootout to see who is going to take home this contest as Troy goes for the jacket. Given up. We're going to easily get there for time by far, the quickest match that we've had played today. Zoe Stewart, there's not much that she's done wrong. There's not much her team has done wrong. They've been in every head. But Joe Worsley's squad, they haven't led since the conclusion of end number 2.
Oh, that's not ideal. Sorry, Val.
No, not at all. They were even at 7-all after 6. Since then, they've been behind.
Oh, Lorraine stays with it. Only one now and a bit further away, so not ideal for Team Worsley there.
No. So, what can they conjure up this Stewart team to end this run of end losses? They've only won 5 of them.
This is close to drawing it round the back. She does. One indicated by Zoe. She's happy. Yeah.
So, if they do win this match, Troy, they'll have done it by winning less ends. They've only won 5 of the 13 that we've played, 8-5, and they find themselves even. It just shows how quickly they've scored.
Marlene needs to be a bit careful here. She looks quick through the head.
Marlene. Oh, wow. If she had have taken it and followed it, it would have been an easy one.
Okay, no damage done. Still holding one. Probably better better for the Stewart team now. Because the run-in for Team Worsley, on the other hand, isn't as good as it was now. Marlene needs to be very careful not to turn that last bowl in. She's not going to.
In for second. So 1 to Team Stewart. This is going to be really interesting contest because 1-1-1, if this is a draw, that's not going to help anybody. Cheryl,
she's close.
That is the boss. And Mother Stewart says to daughter Stewart, you got to repeat my good work.
Yeah, she's happy with Mum there. So in a nice relaxed mindset, having a chat to some people on the sidelines.
It's good. Sometimes takes your mind off the pressure situation, a spot in the knockout rounds in the offing. They probably just need to win and they'll be looking okay. They were looking very good at 11-7 in front. I would have taken them to plus 19 overall.
Well, I wonder if Joe's going to draw around the front mint and black bowl or go for the jack underneath it.
Finding out now. I think she's going for the jack. Underneath it, close.
Well, gets one out. So that's good. Still does hold the two backest bowls, the Worsley team.
I think oh yeah, they do, sorry. I didn't see that mint bowl at the back. It's right at the back. How's this looking? She can tuck the jack.
That would have made it really hard for Team Worsley there. So,
can they end the run of 4 straight singles to the Worsley team? Or can Worsley?
It's their own bowl at the front.
Very close. Joe. Oh, wow. So now a chance to add a second. Biggest bowl of her day so far here, Zoe Stewart.
She's not giving much away on the mat.
I think she's on a high line. I'll take the 1. 12-11. 1 end to go. This end will essentially decide whether Zoe Stewart and her team will go through to the knockout rounds. They're plus 15 and a live score, they're plus 16. An end win would do their chances the world of good.
Have they already won 2, Val?
They've won 1.
They've only won 1,
so
yeah, so a draw's no good for them.
A draw eliminates both teams. They're both on 1-1. But Team Worsley, their shots up is much worse. Is this going to stay in? Yes, it is. One end to go. Time, absolutely zero issue. Julie Scott. Tracking very nicely, Troy.
It is.
Very nicely.
Casts a shadow on the jack. Come on, Val. Off the fence. Which side are you landing?
Team Stewart.
Team Stewart?
Yep.
Well, to make it interesting, I'll go Team Worsley.
Locke, what do you think? Draw? He's just nodded and said yes.
Lockie's the teal independent.
He's done a great job behind the scenes, Locke. It's great to have him back at B8. Miss him very much.
Julie will be disappointed with the last 2 bowls for the last end. Has had a good day for her team, however. Now, Denise wants to stay off this bowl. Oh dear. And it's right in behind the jack.
Does not help if you are Team Worsley. It's going to be very hard to get out of there. It'll need to be done before Joe comes to the mat. And this is an absolute perler from Chrissy McGarity. They've got 1 on, 1 behind, and not much of a target either.
Well, it's all or nothing, so Lorraine's got to make sure she's there. Oh, and she's got a shocked look on her face because she did not get that one away well.
It's pineappling its way.
That was the flipper from Cracker Jack.
You ever attempted one of them?
No.
Why not?
I've seen someone bowl one intentionally, though.
Did it work?
And nearly ruined the green as well, so I don't recommend it.
No, not at all. Stick to cricket. And Chrissy McGarity has gone in for another here and has left enough of a gap there to still make 3 but not create a target.
Well, I think they'll be happy with that head. I think they'll start running for cover and either trying to block hands or get a position bowl in.
Any extras they can add, I'll be very happy. Well, this one, oh, wow. Oh, wow.
Well. I think they're still down, though.
Yeah, still down, but
Julie Scott does have the back bowl on the green, which is to the advantage of Team Stewart.
So they're going to try and sit this bowl away and still be in a strong position. It's close. Little tuck of the jack, back to exactly where it was.
That is magnificent. Mum deserves a night off the cooking for that.
Yep. Dinner's on Zoe. Cheryl Lee absolutely smoked it. That is perfect. Could not have asked for more as a skip. Tell you what, this isn't far off the money either.
Good effort.
An abundance of quality across these 8 players.
Zoe knows that's the danger area. She desperately wants one out there to match them up. Shirley's on the march after it. It's in a great area for it. Will it hurry enough?
Oh, she's so close. Oh, this is superb shooting from Cheryl Lee Stewart. No target created at all. What are you doing if you're Marlene?
Well, it was a good bowl of Shirley's, but Zoe was asking her to cover the 2 wide bowls, and she hasn't quite done that. So it is open for a trail out to them.
This is under. Doesn't want to promote that up.
Okay.
So the changeover. And I think it's, what is it, 3? To Team Stewart. The jack is right in front of that white bowl on the centre line.
Joe Worsley will have last bowl, so it's going to come down to the last bowl here.
All 3 options still on the table. Win, draw, and a loss.
At last bowl of Marlene's, it's actually quite hard for Zoe to get back to where she wants to be. She wants to draw to that bowl, and it's going to be sort of through Marlene's. She's
going to get around the front here. Oh, she's going to put another one in. Doesn't want to make a target here.
Joe Worsley gets 2 goes at this.
Backhand it is for Joe. Dare say this looks to be tight. Inconsequential. So it's going to come down to her last. Zoe Stewart. With her final bowl of this, they've put together an extremely solid final end. Nothing more she can do. It'll take some brilliance.
Now that is a good bowl. That's a really good bowl.
Well, what's the total here? This could be as much as 6. She's on a wider line here.
If Joe can get it sideways, there's still a chance.
Joe Worsley, what have you done? Joe Worsley got the jack, and they have won the game.
Unbelievable.
They have won the game. Joe Worsley with an absolutely brilliant final bowl.
Well,
And
yeah, rightly so, Joe. Hands in the air.
Great sportsmanship at the end too. Have a look at this. She knew that she could get a little rub off, and she did. And the jack went sideways, as you alluded to, Troy Corber. And look at the sportsmanship from Zoe Stewart, saying 2. Great bowl. And from 11-12 down to 13-12 in front, they get the win. They didn't lead it from end 2 all the way down to the conclusion of end 15. What a finish to that game, Troy Corber.
Well, that was a brilliant display of bowls, and it was a good quality game too throughout. There were some really good heads in that game. The girls had the toughest conditions of the day. This rink, it plays half in shade, and gradually it spreads across the green throughout that last session, and they've adapted really well. We've seen some high quality bowls backward and forward. If you're not happy with that game, you're hard to please.
Exactly right. What a brilliant finish. And it's Team Worsley, Diane Parkinson, Lorraine Blaine, Marlene Hannett and Joe Worsley who get the job done. They'll be 2-1 at the end of the day. Their shots up probably not enough to get them through as a next best qualifier, but you do never know. There's a lot of next bests to come, so fingers crossed for them that they get lucky enough, because with a game like that, they sure deserve it. And well played to Julie Scott, Chrissy McGarity, Cheryl Stewart and Zoe Stewart for their part in what has been one of the games of Rinkside Live so far at the 2025 Australian Open. That's about all we've got time for today. I've got a couple of days off, so I won't see you until Monday. And Troy Corber, that's the end of your run with us and your stint with us on Rinkside Live for the Australian Open this year. So thank you for all of your efforts, mate. It's been an absolute pleasure sitting alongside you for the first week. You've been fantastic, phenomenal, brilliant, superb, all the superlatives I can think of. So thank you for all your help and hard work.
Thoroughly enjoyed it, Val. Glad to share it with the viewers, and keep tuning in, or even better, get down to a local club and watch some action.
Brilliant. Thank you to Troy Corber. Thank you to Lachlan Williams, who's done an amazing job once again, and that's what we've come to expect from him over the years behind the scenes. So well done to Loch, and thank you for joining us at the Australian Open today. It's been women's fours action. Tomorrow from 9 a.m, it's women's singles, we believe. Check BA's Facebook page later on tonight, and we'll double check and we'll confirm. But until 9 a.m. tomorrow, good night.